our judicial system does not have a central repository that is responsible for data and has ownership of data. There's 4 licenses in Canada who have access to data, and the laws do not allow them to aggregate.
You had a background in finance, and as we sort of discussed, this business that you have now is a combination of your finance background as well as a lot of technology and the legal industry, which you said you had some exposure to in the family. Those aren't exactly easy areas of expertise that you can develop quickly. Was it difficult to get up to speed on the law and tech side of the equation?
Absolutely. We were trying to marry well-established industries, legal, technology, and finance, and we were trying to bridge the gap. And it was an unbelievable struggle and continues to be to translate each of the vernacular and the way the 3 different industries look at it to create the commonality to be able to service that gap. And still to this day, as we continue to build and grow our company, we are finding it challenging to bridge that gap, but we are slowly persevering and addressing them as they come up.
Do you find that they're starting to speak the same language, or is it still very much 3 very distinct sort of cultures and communities that you're working with?
I think there's the language of vernacular starting to come together, but not as rapidly in the community that we deal with in the legal fintech world as it might exist in the finance world. And I think at the core of it is access to data. Our judicial system does not have a central repository that is responsible for data and has ownership of data. There's 4 licenses in Canada who have access to data, and the laws do not allow them to aggregate it. And in the absence of the aggregation of data, it makes that struggle between finance and technology and legal really tough to come together without that common starting point.
Bringing that back to the company itself, internally, I imagine you have expertise working with you from all 3 departments, tech, law, and finance. How do you build a team in a way that doesn't become too siloed, where each has its own corner? How do you ensure collaboration between the tech, finance, and law expertise that you have in-house?
I think building a company is no different whether you're in our industry or any others, is trying to leverage everybody's expertise to come together to build a culture, to build upon the expertise, to generate ideas and come together. It's really the sum of the parts. I think that's made us successful by taking those 3 different skill sets and constantly challenging ourselves to bridge those gaps and to enhance our technology in order to be able to create leverage to grow and ultimately help the consumer.